So I guess can be nerve-wracking, but I can like equate it to the fact that I've got into like the newest of options. So I mean, maybe buyers will pick up when you get closer to the expiration date. Especially because I just bought these basically at the floor. Anyways, you couldn't lose any more money. It was already at nothing. But I mean, dude, we were popping. Now, obviously, you can't sell. It's never going to sell at that. So, I couldn't even get one off today. Couldn't even get one off. And if I put an order in, the bots just beat it down to just lower than my price for waiting for the next guy to buy. So there's a scarcity of buyers. That's for sure. Figured that out. Start with the tqqq here. Phone's gonna croak, so let me go over here. I mean, we're losing some ground here. Obviously, you can't keep the fight up full blast, otherwise you're gonna run out of steam. Still bullish. I'm waiting for that MACD to cross over to give us a bearish signal. McClellan oscillator, don't really need to look at that. It's only, you need to set it for the stock that you're looking at. You need to trust it each time you're doing something to get a reading off that. So it's not really that important. More important is the MACD. So we're still bullish, and you can see what happened to our trend line here. We busted underneath the trend line, found buyers at the support line there, busted up into the upper channel here, and then you take a weighted move, you know, from that support line right there. So you're going to buy, and then this other biggest bar here, maybe, or basically the top of this, which would become support again. So your buying area is going to be in here if we fall back and do this M pattern, and then you could bust through there, bust through that lower trend line, but we know that everyone's going to buy there. So just all these stupid things. I just need a brush, bro. There. So you could come the classic M pattern and then bounce up like this, or we're gonna just cruise up to the top there. So we can leave this on here. Give these darker colors so that you can't really see them. Like that's the one that's the best scenario. That way we can get in and buy more before the date. So, and then, but yeah, we could just cruise up and then fall back down, which the whole system, the whole graph will change at that point. So we're still bullish, but we could cross over there and come back into the red really quickly. And then go up, but the MACD isn't stretched all the way up yet. So could still look for a short squeeze at this point because it's been a minute. All right, let's go to soxl. All right, so we found support here. Kind of did the same thing, jostled underneath the trend line, and then it looks like we made it back up above the trend line, and now it's going to act as support. And semiconductors could reach the peak, I guess, earlier than could end up reaching the peak here. Let's go like a weighted move right there. I guess about at the same time now that I changed it. Alright, so where's our buy zones now? So this was a weighted, kind of weighted off that, but we're going to come up here. We're going to use this last zone of resistance here. And then our green buy indicator. Since our support line is there, we need an accumulation area. And then the last support line here is going to be key buying. So here's our buying zone now. So we would want to look for the fallback. Now you got to buy a zone here, there, because you're gonna hit this trend line tomorrow. If we do fall back and we do the M shape, like what's happening above. So you can draw to a minute. You can see the MACD is open still to the up, so it's not bearish yet. There's pencils. So we're doing the M pattern here and then up, or we're going to work our way back up, or we could be up here now, so we're going to work our way up to up around the top there. Something like that. That's what I see. All right. So that soxl, even though we're sitting on sell flags on the McClellan right now, which is a pretty good indicator that we could probably start selling off, that's looking bearish. Obviously, because it's hinged up. It's going to cruise down to SPY now. Alright, SPY is still raging bullish. Hit some sell signals. Your McClellan is hinged up to near the max of what we've seen, even though it goes higher there during the short squeeze probably. And then kept moving up earlier. So I'm looking for the short squeeze now. So now we're going to get a really big move up to squeeze the short people. Or we could just drop right back off. But yeah, this thing is raging up, but it's at the end of its area here. Here's your green. Yeah, you're crashing into resistance right now. You get really good. Here's your jump up. You can see where you were kind of cruising up above that there and then below it. And so we're bearish on this. Well, it's bullish because it's inside this rising wedge. If we were upside of it, like that is, then it would be bearish. So yeah, you're looking at a short squeeze coming or a drop, or we're going to drop back and then infill this gap. because this is going to do a gap fill. So SPY, I would look at fill this gap here and then consolidate and then push up, or we could get bearish at that point. Otherwise, we're going to just short squeeze up. So, and we haven't crossed over on the MACD yet, so we'll be looking for that tomorrow. Alright, let's go UNG. UNG's gone extremely bearish, like I said. Came down, hit my trend line now, here. Put in a buy signal on the McClellan oscillator, and we're hinged back to bearish on the MACD. And yeah, you should have been in cold the whole time and holding cold still. However, this could be the short squeeze zone here, where they'll squeeze cold. But yeah, you fell back through there. You could VWAP basically back up to this trend line because you've just gone, see, you're over top, you're over top, you're over top. Now you're below, so this could be acting as resistance now here. And yeah, and you're looking to come down to this trend line now. It's like super bearish. Probably not going to hit this. Because you just overthrew that, and you're going to come down and you're going to finish this triangle wedge down here where I had the boxes. Okay? So price target, we're going to wait till we're coming down here. Time, that's the 15th. So halfway through the month, 15th. Yeah, like another week, because we're going to top on the other ones, and then we're going to shift into the bearish market. Okay? So that's aligning with everything. Now let's go into the futures. Bearish still. Following my trend line. I just overthrew it, and it may use the trend line as support at this point. Or we could draw a new trend line now to see if it starts following it from here to here. Okay, and we'll see if we overthrow that and we go to bearish towards my target down in the green, about 650, and then that will align with everything that we're seeing on the other charts. That's going to take the 14th, 13th, the 12th through the 14th. Futures will probably start rising earlier, like on the like right at my projected target. You can see the MACD is still open wide, and we don't have a buy signal on the McClellan. Well, we do have a buy signal because of that, but we're going to put in another lower one. So you got two over here, but you only got one here. So you look for double buy signals first. Alright, and then we will go to SVIX to double check the futures are traveling in the right direction. And we are bouncing off the support line that I had put in earlier. And it's going bullish, putting in a large green candle because everybody thinks the same thing that I'm thinking here. But if we do keel over, our green zone is right over here, putting us at the 14th to 13th again. But if you can see, we'll probably end up peaking on the 13th or 14th and then putting in the bear market and go back towards this green support line here. Alright, anything else? Let's gonna do the regular VIX right quick. Since UVIX is futures of VIX, right? So VIX is still bearish. Putting in bearish. MACD is hinged open big time. So it could be nearing its support line here. You know, the week or so, yeah, the 15th. Alright. There you go.
Good luck.